G'day and welcome back to my channel. Now, there has been a terrible travesty, apparently, yes. The Armour guys have been complaining. They've gone, Harry, all these boats are great. Harry, these aeroplanes are interesting. These spaceships, they're fascinating. Look, it's all very well and good. And these egg models, well, okay, you know, you want to get yolk on your face. But where the bloody hell is the Armour? Well, there has been a lot of it. I mean, in my first year, I did 100 videos. 60 of those were for Armour. So you guys got 2/3 of the bite of the cherry, you know. Admittedly, the second year there was only 30% Armour, and the third year 10% Armour, and then it kind of drifted down to nothing, and then it picked up again to 30, and then last year was only 10% of the Armour. So I thought I'd explore in this video sort of what went wrong, what's happening, and how we can get some more Armour back into the equation. Hey, would you like that? Okay, so this will be one of my special videos. It's going to be the Unarmed Gooch. Yes, we're going to tug at this problem and see if we can track our way out of this thing. Oh dear, more bad puns in a sec. Roll the music. Alright, so let's have a look at the Armour that's gone before. For any of you that have only just sort of tuned into my channel and you've been enjoying all the boats, and then you've gone, what the hell is all this crap? Well, it's about Armour. I used to build a lot of it. In fact, I started building ships, right, because ships were my thing. And I built the Warspite, and then I'd worked on the Graf Spee. But I sort of got bogged down with Graf Spee. I was trying to do too much too soon, because I really had never done all this photo etch before. And I bought a huge photo etch kit for that Trumpeter Graf Spee, but silly me, I'd bought the Academy photo etch kit. I mean, I'd sort of seen most ships you just bought a generic kit, either or, and it worked. But unfortunately, I didn't know the Academy Graf Spee and the Trumpeter Graf Spee are chalk and cheese. They're completely different. And the photo etch that's required for the Trumpeter is not much, but the photo etch required for the Academy kit was quite extensive. And I had all this massive photo etch, and I couldn't figure out why I was putting it on any. So I got a bit frustrated, and I took a break. And I thought, oh, I don't know, I want to do something different. I got on B&A in Melbourne, this big hobby shop down there online. They had a sale, I had a look, and I found this. And this looked really good. This was on sale for like about 2 or 3 shekels. It wasn't much at all. I thought, well, that looks interesting. I haven't built a bloody tank since I was a kid. I think the last thing I built was a Tiger, and that was about 40 years ago. Probably more, actually. More like 45, 50 years ago. Anyhow, yes, I'm that old. So I ordered this thinking this would be great, and I remember the Tiger was, you know, a good size. It was fun, and I had all the airfucks. I had all the airfix soldiers that my father had got me. We painted them all up. My brother had a set, I had a set, and he had the British Africa Corps, and I had the German, just the usual guys in grey. So really they were in completely different arenas. We didn't care. We built them in the sandpit, and we had mock battles, and my brother had a little Sherman that he built, and I had the Tiger that I built, and we used to, you know, as you do. So anyhow, I got this thinking, oh, great, you know, expecting a Tiger size kit. Well, of course, anybody that's built a Panzer II, it's only a couple of inches long. Wow, tiny. Right, here's a photo. I eventually did finish that kit. So, but that wasn't the first one I did on YouTube. No. I basically started on that, and I really enjoyed that, and I bought a few other kits. And then when I bought this Zvezda BT-7, that was the one that I decided I'd do a review on BoobTube. I just thought I'd do it. I just sat down. I was living in a shed at the time. That was a big long story. I was living in this tin shed. Amazing. Basket eye, yeah. And I just decided I'd do a review because I've been watching a lot of YouTube. I thought, I can do this. And I sort of had free internet where I was. I was kind of sponging off these people. That's how I was on the shed thing. Anyhow, so I just put the kit down. I sort of chopped my head off because I didn't want my face on camera at that stage. You know, I hadn't grown the full beard, so I wasn't this absolutely gorgeous self. And I didn't have my new haircut. See, it's COVID haircut. Yeah, you just shave that little stuff off and you don't have to worry about the bloody stuff ever again. So I don't normally show that part of my head, do I? I've always got hats on. Well, there you go. I figured it's Armour, and I wanted to look a bit butch, you know, because sometimes I know I do come across, I've got a squeaky voice, right? I've got a squeaky voice. I can't help it. I do have those golden down tones, and I can use them. And I'll sometimes get into real Australian type talk, but my natural voice is quite squeaky. Anyhow, I digress. Alright, so YouTube, yes. I went out, I got this, it was such a bargain. I'd seen a BT-5 build in some magazine. but apparently that was the Tamiya build. Got all excited, thought that's what I was buying. You know, didn't know anything about bloody tanks. Bought this BT-7, thought this will be good, this will be good, this will be great. Actually, I had built another armour kit. I had built the Tamiya T-34, and I'd also built the Flak Panzer. That's right. Well, it's actually the Kugelblitz. Right. So I had a couple of armour builds under my belt before I did attempt the BT-7, and I built the Kugelblitz first. If you don't know, photo, and loved that. I picked that up at Hobby Store. That was the first kit that when I needed a break. I think after the, well, I bought. I know I'm waffling. Hang on, let me get this straight. I bought this in the V&A sale, right? The Panzer II, and thought, yeah, it's a bit bloody small. Then I did my research and found, yes, Panzer IIs are small. You need something a bit bigger. And I went down to my hobby store and they had this on special for like about 3 shekels, okay? So I bought that, and it had magic tracks, it had lots of parts, it had photo etch, and I coped with it all. I thought, this is relaxing, this is interesting, this is enjoyable, this is a nice break from the ships, which was, you know, grass was bogging me down. And then I went out and I'd seen this White Tiger, the movie, right, with the Russian tanks all trying to find this renegade Tiger tank, and it's all very exciting, and all these T-34s are flying around everywhere. I thought, that's good, I want a T-34. And I went down to the local hobby shop there in Cleveland, where I used to live, not Cleveland, America, no, Cleveland here in Brisbane, and went to the store. I said, have you got a T-76? I said, yes, we have. T-34-76, right? And they said, there it is. And I said, oh, Tamiya, I've never built those. What are they like? You'll love it. Tamiya are great. And I know there is a lot to be said for Tamiya, but when I paid 5 shekels for that, it had half the part count, rubber tracks, and built it in 5 seconds, you know, shake and bake. Whereas when I got nearly a month's fun out of the Kugelblitz, it cost me less, and I got magic tracks, which is just a joy. I had so much fun and really enjoyed that. The shock of getting the Tamiya kit pissed me off and left a bad taste in my mouth for ages. I mean, I tried to rectify it. I don't think I've got the box here. I think I threw the box away in disgust. I bought another little Tamiya kit, and this time I only paid $15 for it, or $20. I thought, yeah, this is all they're bloody worth, these Tamiya armour kits. And it was the duck sort of thing, you know, the one that floats. It's a little bloody, it's not the duck, it's, I'll put a little thing down here in a picture, because I can't bloody remember. All I know is I bought that, and it was Flash City, and it was crap, and then half the parts was just rubbish, and I put that together in 5 minutes and thought, gee, this makes the T-34 look like value for money. So this was my introduction to armour with Tamiya, and obviously I picked the wrong kits. I know there are some fantastic Tamiya armour kits out there. These ones that I built are not them. Anyhow, so that sort of, yeah, after that I went, you can keep Tamiya. I'm going back to Dragon. Dragon was good. Trumpeter was good. All the rest of it. Didn't know anything about Zvezda. We're getting to it. I started this thread like about half an hour ago. So Zvezda BT-7, I get that one out, and I loved it. It was very interesting. I was overjoyed. I had indie links and tons of parts. It looked really good. It certainly looked a lot nicer than the Tamiya kit. And it is, actually. By that old classic Tamiya kit is crap. It's worth like $10. At $10, you'd buy it. At $50, you're being ripped off. Anyhow, so I got this and I sat down, chopped my head off, just showed the box, went through the sprues, did a video. And, well, the numbers aren't what I get today, but I got tons of views, tons and tons of views. I expected a couple. I mean, I got quite a few. And within a month or so, I got 100 views on that video. And I thought, wow, this YouTube thing's great. And I got, like, dozens of subscribers. I thought, oh, goody, I'm famous. Well, I got, over 7,000 heading to 8,000 now, and 950,000 views heading towards 1 million views. But I digress. So, yes, we built the BT-7, did a whole series on that, and a lot of you thoroughly enjoyed that, and I discussed it in great detail. It was supposed to be a cheap alternative to the Tamiya kit, because there is a Tamiya BT-7 that's an excellent kit, which I have reviewed later on, and we'll get to that in part 2 of this video, where I talk about new kits that are actually being built. So, yep, the BT-7 was fun. Kettenkrad, that was fun. I remember I went down, I got that on special at the local hobby store in Nambour there, where Wayne used to have a shop. G'day, Wayne, or Dwayne, sorry. Dwayne, if you're watching, g'day, mate. Yes. And that shop's shut, like a lot of little hobby stores. They went the way of the dodo. Anyhow, I went down there and I grabbed that, and I was so excited. At least I think I bought it off you, mate. Maybe I bought it off Toy World. No, I think I bought it off you. And I was so excited about it. I'd raced home and decided I'd grab a curry at a local curry place, so I didn't have to worry about cooking lunch. I'd get straight into this kit. And while the curry was cooking, I did the review in the car. Yeah, if you've ever seen that, it's an in-car review of a Dragon kit. Oh, idiot. So is that. Now, the Prague 1945 Hetzer. Okay, lovely kit, Academy. I think it was my first Academy Armour, and I only built it because going to club, you need something to build that's easy, simple, and you don't get distracted. Because I had taken down some complicated kits when I went to my monthly club meeting, and because I'm yakking to everybody and being a fool and being the usual idiot I am, I made a few mistakes. I got home and I'd have to pull all the parts off and do it again. So I thought, what do I got that looks easy? And I thought, well, this Academy kit looked easy because I bought it after seeing someone build one. On Facebook. I seen this photo of this thing with a red, primer red hull and all the different colours. I thought, that looks good. And there it was in the store, Dwayne's store again. Yes, mate. So I grabbed it. And then that morning I thought, well, this is the only kit that I haven't started that I could take to club that I probably, hopefully won't cock up, So I did a review. I shot the review quickly while getting ready and having my breakfast. Hopped in the car, drove the 120 kilometres to Brisbane, because at that stage I lived on the farm up in the Sunshine Coast. Drove 120 kilometres to Brisbane, and then in Brisbane I started building it at the club. And I didn't do too bad a job, except I managed to get a couple of parts on upside down. But anyhow, that kit, eventually I put it all together. It was a dream. It was a nice kit. It was really easy to build. It was lovely. In fact, all of the Hetzers from Academy, put your teeth in, aerodynamic, goodness me. Hang on, I just need a... There we go, I'm powered up. Yes, the Academy Hetzer kits are great. They really are. If you want a Hetzer, I mean, there's other ones you can get, but they're an easy build. The track links go together like they're so easy. They're indie links, but they are so easy. That's a great kit. I had so much fun with it. There's a whole series of videos. There'll be links down in the description to each one of these Armour kits and the series, the build series and playlist. Now, I won a gold medal for that. Yeah, I wasn't intending to. It was a fun build. I'd enjoyed it, and I thought I did a reasonable job. And it was just a simple, clean kit, and I had it sitting there at home. And Bernard rings me up because we're going to the final meet for the year, and there's competition tables, and there's also a table for like Modeller of the Year. And I really didn't know this was new. I was new to the club. And Bernard said, no, you bring something, Harry. Bring something. Bring anything. Just grab something, put it on there. Because Bernard was taking his giant bloody ship. He'd built the Fletcher, a 1/72nd scale or 1/44 scale or something. A big Fletcher. It was enormous, right? Taller than me. And he hoped to win. And he should have won. And in fact, everyone should have won. But Harry won. And we still don't know why. We asked the judges later on because I said, look, Bernard put all that time in and his kit's covered in photo etch and it's fantastic and did all the work. And they said, yeah, but some of the parts weren't glued together quite properly because there is a problem with that kit that he built. The bits don't fit together well. And the trick usually is to put white glue in between the superstructure and the deck so that you hide all the bad joins, which is inherent in that kit. But I had done, which is a good trick for competition. I didn't know. Find a kit that's really easy to build and that goes together well. Tamiya, okay? Or Academy. And then that part of your criteria when you're judged is gone. It is not a redundant. It's not going to hold you back. Your kit will fit, the parts will be fine, that'll be good. Then you can concentrate on the painting and the weathering and do something different that will wow the judges. Now, obviously they hadn't seen a lot of these Hetzers painted up in these weird colours, okay? Plenty of photos here. So when they did their judging, they went, he ticks all the boxes. That actually is, on our criteria, the model of the year. And so there I was. Here's me, big fat head with a stupid trophy. So there you go. How about that? Haven't won model of the year since. I've got some runners up, and I did get a silver last year for doing my Kraken. Yeah. Go back and watch that video. Yes. I built the SU-152 from Trumpeter, and again, I just seem to luck out and find some really good kits. All the KV series from Trumpeter are excellent. Absolutely brilliant. Yes. There's new kits out now from some of the newer Chinese sort of makers. Sure, they're probably good. They might even be better. Who knows? But you can't go wrong if you buy any of the Trumpeter KV series. The KV8, the KV2, the KV1, all of them. And this is a KV really, even though it says SU. It's basically the tank destroyer version from the KV platform. So you get all the KV stuff in it. And, the links are a breeze, even though they're individual links. There's a bit of cleaning up to do. Really, you've got to sit there and get through at least a curry or two before you got them all cleaned up. That's okay. That's modelling. The Cyber Hobby, which is what this was, although that's sort of Dragon, their kits are great. as long as you do your research and you check and double check the instructions all the way through. Down the bottom here, which you can't see, that's another one of my award-winning kits. That is the Lamb Waffle Schlepper, okay? LWS, Land Wasser Schlepper, Land Water Puller. Well, it is a tug video. Yeah, that one won. I put that in competition. That won. Not model of the year, but that won like best model for January. It was up against a whole lot of other kits, and then I sort of didn't enter anymore for the rest of the year, and I didn't end up getting a prize. But at least I got it in for the first. And like the bounty's just gone in. If you've been watching, the bounty's gone in for competition. In fact, when I put it on the table, a couple of the other model guys went, "Oh shit," and pulled their models out of comp because they went, "We can't beat you, Harry." Who knows? We'll see. I've been beaten before when I thought I had a good one. And then other times I've won with absolute, well, you know, with something I didn't. I was just filling a gap, you know. As the actress said to the priest, I'm just filling a gap, darling. All right. Now, look, I've also done a number of these tune kits, right? And I've painted them up as well as I can. The tiger that I did as a tiger, like as a real tiger. I actually researched actual tiger markings, and I airbrushed most of it. I airbrushed blends, and I also did single paint strokes for the stripes. Like, you know, they weren't masked or anything. There was a single stroke, in and out, and I just could only have one go at it. And I managed to wing it, put it together, and I ended up with that. I took that to club, and everybody just went, "Huh? What's this?" They just didn't get it. And I've also done I've done a King Tiger Meng, which I did a nice tricolour camo pattern on. I think it was like the octopus one or something, I don't know. I got a picture, that's what I did. And oh yeah, and I did Sherman, but I didn't do the Yankee one. No, I did the Rusky Sherman. Yes, it would have been a Lend-Lease Sherman. Yes, I did that. That was fun. And that was the first one that I did actually out of all the tune kits. And it sat in a warm room, not necessarily excessively warm, but warm enough so that the track links all went bing. They're rubber band and they're on quite tight, and they heated up, cooled down, and snapped. Yeah. Schnapples. Apparently you can get indie links and photo etch sets and resin parts for these tune tanks now to make them look absolutely superb. Why would you bother? Look, no, it could be fun. I mean, I've seen people that put complete photo etch sets. Put your teeth in, Eric. Photo etch cockpits into some of the Meng, you know, the egg, not necessarily from Meng, the egg aircraft, and have done fantastically, because if I think a 148 cockpit resin with photo etch kind of jams in to this stupid looking egg shaped thing, and then you have an unbelievable model. There you go. All right, well, there's probably a couple of other little things floating around. There's things that you've never seen. I don't know if you've ever seen this one. Did I do a video on this? I might have done a video on this one. This was the It'll Scary kit. I built, first It'll Scary kit I built, and then I swore I'd never do another one. But since then, a few have snuck in, and like that Fiat that I'm building, yeah. Not quite Armour, but it has wheels. I mean, if you painted it green and put a machine gun out the bloody sunroof, it's Armour. So, yes, Armour guys, that is gone. Now, there's lots more. So I'm going to take a break here because I think I need another coffee. And I'm going to straighten my teeth as well. And I'll put a hat on because at the moment you're probably being blinded by my bald spot. Bit of a shock, I know. Okay, in part 2, I'll show you the kits that I am building. Some of them I've been building for 5 years. And we'll discuss what's going to happen, like which one of these I will attend to straight away and what Armour kits will be coming up, because I'm going to get Armour back to being 1/3 of the channel. All right? 1/3 of the channel Armour, 1/3 of the... Really got to put these teeth in. 1/3 of the channel Armour, 1/3 of the channel aircraft, and 1/3 of the channel, well, wooden ships, and 1/3 of the channel plastic. I don't know, the math doesn't really add up. That's not bad, is it? Considering I got a bloody Bachelor of Science and Mathematics. Yeah, a man of letters. I can't even look. I don't know. I need a coffee. Let's take a break, okay? It'll be a few minutes for me. For you, it's only seconds. Here we go. Scooby-Doo ending. Ooh, 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 ooh. G'day, yeah, look, it was welcome to part 2. We're a bit more laid back here now. Oh, I've got to take this glass off, I can't see a bloody thing. Oh, goodness. Yes, that's me trying to be cool. It doesn't really work, does it? I can't really pull it off. No. It's a tug video, but I can't pull it off. Should be able to. It's a Stug video. Anyhow, part 2. All right, now I've just gone all grand because basically it's warmed up. Winter time here in the bloody subtropics. Yeah, it's 25 degrees in the middle of the day. It's lovely. Yeah. Okay. While I was rummaging around making my coffee, right, I did make a coffee, nice fresh coffee. Ah, delicious, delicious. I found a couple of kits that I'd actually built and finished and done a whole series on, and gee, they don't look real good in so adjust the lights. There we go. Put a little light on there, did he? Probably easier if I show you a photo. But anyhow, that is a Polish tank. I hope it is. I always get it wrong. I call it one thing, like I'll call it a Czech tank. It's a Polish tank or a Polish tank. It's a tank from that middle part of Eastern Europe there. Photo. Anyhow, I did well with that one. That one did very well in competition. I had a lot of fun with that. It's basically a T-35, which the Germans use, right? But it actually came from Warsaw, I think. I could be getting this all wrong. Goodness me. I got complaints last time because that tank is actually done in the colours and the markings of the original country, right? But I weathered it and did all the rest of it, as you do. You know, there's this basic Spanish style. You chip and weather and muddy and do all the bloody shit all over it. And everybody goes, oh, yeah, it's great. But as he pointed out, because his father was in the war, and he was basically in those tanks, he was basically doing those tanks. He was actually cleaning them. That's what it came down to. He was cleaning those tanks, and he said they were meticulous in keeping their tanks absolutely pristine clean. And because they never really saw any action, they basically looked perfect. He said, what you've done is wrong. It's a model. Get over it. It's a model. Another one I found, which I know I don't have the box for because I gave it to Becca, is this little FT-17, little French thing, okay? And I did a little work on that. I'll put some photos up here so you can actually see. It's much easier to put photos on the screen than it is trying to stick things up and hold them. As I discovered once we had this picture-in-picture function, thank you very much, Perfect Video. Yes, I use Perfect Video to do all my videos. There we go. Now, the T-thread, most people think I'm actually joking about that. Look away if you're squeamish. I actually do have a tooth, a single tooth. I do have a false tooth, and if I don't have it in, I tend to lisp and speak like that. Okay, so with the tooth in, I can now give you the dulcet tones that you come here to expect. That the waffle has a sense of gravitas to it. Look, shut the hell up, Avery, didn't he? What did you come here for? Tanks. Okay, tanks. Now, yeah, we built all these. All right, we built all these. But I have, over here, well, I'll have to have a look myself, I have a stash cupboard. Well, actually, it's my work in progress cupboard, right? The Panther, I started off well. It was really good. Dragon kit, okay. It was the old Dragon Panther, but I bought the PE and the upgrades for it so I could do a really nice job. In fact, I think I got the tracks off burn. I think I got India. I ditched the links that were in the kit, which are okay, but I actually got magic tracks off burn because he had a Dragon Panther, but he likes to put frills on, frilly frills, right? The little metal track links. And I love the plastic magic tracks. So we got that far. I got that far, and I got them on, and I did a whole video on that, and it went gangbusters. It's one of my most watched videos, and I suppose it's a bit of a psychological thing. It was so well received, and there were so many comments, and it still gets so much attention that, like, coming up with that second album, you know, when you've had a big success, is really hard. I don't understand the analogy there either, too, but you get my drift. Okay, I obviously need more coffee. So, yeah, the Panther. Now, I have got to do that. I actually have done a lot of work on it. I did the turret, a whole lot of work on that. I think all I've got left to do is the PE upgrade for the tools on either side. And really, after my experience with PE, I'm so familiar and quite relaxed with it now, I should be able to knock that out in no time. So, you know, don't hold me to it, but I will try and get that Panther up ASAP. Because, yeah, a couple of tools, bit of PE, bang, slap some bloody paint on it, bingo bongo, we've got a kit. Yeah, that'll shut your Armour guys up. Let me have another look. There is a Char there, a Char, yes, it's a ginormous French tank. Now, I can't remember if I did a review on it, I might have. And it was one I took to club and I just did the wheels, because the thing's got like 6 squillion freaking wheels on the thing, right? Which all get covered up and you never see. Yeah. But I was determined to make them all round. So the Shah will get done, and that's got a lovely big many-coloured camo scheme and mud all the way up its orifices. Yeah, that will be good. That will be happening. Have another look. The BT-2. Yes, the BT-2. Now, I have actually done quite a bit of work on this, right? And compared to the BT-5, which we talked about over here, well, this is basically a hobbyist kit, and it's a dream. You know, I compared it. I did a review on it, so there is a review video which will be a link to, and I compared it to the Tamiya's BT-7. And although they're both great kits, there's nothing wrong with the Tamiya BT-7. Look, if I'd built the Tamiya BT-7 as my first introduction to Tamiya armour, I would love Tamiya, but I didn't. We've already discussed that. But no, this BT-2 kit, beautiful, and I will be on that ASAP too. Probably get Panther out of the way because that's pretty easy. I really should just finish it. It's been enough years now. What could go wrong? So the BT-2, yeah, I'll get that out because I'll probably... Look, if I got stuck in it a weekend, I'd have it built. It's really that easy. And there's a fantastic paint scheme on that I want to try, which is why I bought the kit. Okay, and then about the only other armour that I think I've still got sitting there is the Riich Ka-Tsu. Meow. Yeah. Ka-Tsu. Or whatever. I don't speak Nepalese. Sorry, guys. Yeah, the Ka-Tsu, right? And I did a review on the much larger kit from Dragon, right? But that didn't have the torpedoes and everything. I ended up selling that kit because Dragon then brought out their version with torpedoes and everything else, which I've had on order for like about 1 million years because I've never been able to get a hold of them. But I think Paul's got me one now, haven't you, Paul? Paul, have you? Hope you're watching the video. Get me my Dragon bloody Ka-Tsu. Okay, so I've got a 1/35th scale one coming, but I built the 1/72nd scale little one from Riich, and it's a beautiful little kit. Fiddly as all friggin' hell, but it's lovely. And I'm going to do an entire camo scheme on that. That's very pretty as well. So that will come up. We will do those. I'll get stuck into those. Hopefully those are 3 armour builds I will get done this year because there's only essentially 2 or 3 videos involved. How can it be? At the moment I'm doing about 26 videos a year, so for me to get a third of my year as armour builds, well, anybody good at maths? I'd have to do 9, right? I'd need to do 9 armour builds this year. So I better pull the bloody digit out. As the actress said to the priest. We've got a running gag happening here. Alright, well that's basically it, okay? There's a lot that's gone. There's a lot that I've done, and there's awards and everything, and you can't say I haven't done armour, alright? You can't say it. But there's quite a bit coming up. So there you go. That is my tug on armour. So I hope you enjoyed that. Alright, goodbye from Australia, and it's hooroo from Harry Houdini.